So, hey everyone, I want to introduce you to someone that is very important in my life. You are very important in my life, Ms. Donna Bethman with
Oh,
Bethman Print Group. Hey, how are you?
good morning. I'm fabulous. How are you?
I am fabulous as well. And guys, honestly, this woman is very important in my life. Donna helps me with just about all of my marketing. You help me with my website. You help make my world better. You do
Oh,
things for me that I don't want to do. So I want to introduce
exactly.
you to the world and just kind of tell everybody a little bit about yourself and we'll start there. And then I have some actual questions for you about marketing. So tell everyone who Donna Bethman is and how long you've been hanging around doing what you do.
Oh, wow. That's a good question. Bethman, my company is Bethman Print Group. We are a marketing and printing agency. So we help people kind of get organized and figure out how to market in a way that's going to be profitable and bring you return on your marketing dollar investment. But we also can do all the printed material that you need once you set up those marketing campaigns. We can help you print things that are going to kind of help you also get your message out to clients in different ways.
And how long have you been doing this?
Bethman Print Group is in its 7th year now, but this is my second company. I started my first company, Johnson Partners, in 2000 when my son was born. So I've been an entrepreneur for a little over 21 years.
Yes, you have. And you're a rock star. You're very
Oh,
good
thank
at
you.
it. So, Donna, let me ask you, what do you think is one of the biggest mistakes that you see companies make when it comes to marketing and their marketing plans?
The biggest mistake I see is people don't have a plan in place when they start their marketing, right? They kind of, they have a business plan or they get a plan together for how they're going to get seed money or start the business. But then once they get started, you get busy quickly and you kind of jump in. So I see people doing marketing on the fly, right? They're just trying to keep up. They're trying to fit it in in their downtime. But they don't really have a plan as to what action they're trying to actually get people to take or what their overall goal for that marketing is. So I see people waste a lot of money on just trying to get stuff out there, but they don't really know, overall, say in a month, what their end goal is for that marketing.
Well, and there's so many different ways to market. I mean, give some examples of the different types of marketing plans that you see. And
Well,
different.
that's a great thing to say, because that's the second mistake I see is people getting involved in too many platforms at one time, and then they get completely overwhelmed and they can't keep up. So we kind of have a formula after years of doing this for local business. We know what gets the best return. So we kind of recommend that people pick. You have to figure out where your clients are, right? So you want to be on those platforms. But as a general rule, Facebook, Instagram, LinkedIn, and Google My Business are generally the 4 platforms that get you the best return and the best interaction.
Okay, so for a small business, I mean, you're just starting out. You just named 4 really big platforms. Is there one in particular? Like if you're going to pick one, where do you start?
Well, that definitely depends on where your audience is, but it's probably between Facebook and Instagram. Facebook, for me, we find gets the best return for advertising for local small business, because you can really use those demographics that Facebook has created to really target a market and reach those people that really want your product or service. And you can advertise for very little money on Facebook and hit a lot of people.
Now, I know a lot of people don't use Google My Business.
That's a huge mistake, I think.
I would agree with you. I mean, it really surprises me. It's not difficult to make up a Google page and it doesn't cost you anything, does it?
Right. Now it's free to create a Google My Business platform or profile. And it's, as much as people may not like it or they don't want to admit it to themselves, Google owns the internet, right? When people go and try to search for new products or new services, that is the first place that they turn most of the time. So you really want to at least have a presence on there. You want your profile to have all the correct information. You want people to know how to contact you in a quick and easy way. And again, it's not difficult to do. It's very easy to claim your profile, to fill it out, and then you can post on that profile just like you post on Facebook or Instagram. So you can get your messages out there, your specials.
So you do all of that for me.
Yes.
Well, not all, but I do some myself, like this. I do this kind of stuff myself.
You do a lot by yourself.
But question for you. So what is the difference between like what you do as a company and what someone like an ad agency would do.
Oh, I'm so glad you asked me that question, because it's something that I think a lot of people don't really understand. And it's definitely something that I need to be a little more clear in my messaging. So as a marketing firm, our job is to take your message that you've already crafted or already come up with and to get it out into all those different social platforms, or to create a marketing plan that includes mailing and printing and other things. An ad agency is who you're going to hire to come up with those ideas and those marketing plans and those different campaigns.
Okay.
We don't actually write ad copy. We don't come up with marketing campaigns from, as far as an idea standpoint, as far as what's going to get your product shown in the best light, or that actual verbiage that's going to go in your ads. So if you're wanting to do that yourself, we can help you with that. We can certainly rewrite things or give you ideas of what's worked for our other clients, but we don't start, a complete campaign as far as giving you all those ideas.
So I know that you help support a lot of local business owners that I know. Like, we all utilize you in some sort of way. So kind of explain small little something that you might be able to help with, to what are you willing to take on if you were to have a new client?
Oh, that's a good question too. We have a variety of ways we can help, right? And we can do very little to kind of help you manage your stuff, or we can take over all of your marketing. It's really up to you as far as what your budget is and how much you can afford to spend, but also how much help you need. So I have clients that are literally just print clients. They just call me to print their letterhead, business cards, postcards, things like that. I don't do any of their marketing because they have in-house teams that do that. I have other clients that I just post on social media for.
Okay.
It's the only aspect that I help them with. And then I have clients that I do pretty much everything that has to do with any type of marketing that, they touch, that I'm involved in every aspect of it.
Okay. Now, you have recently started a brand yourself, something that I'm really, really proud to help support. Why don't you tell us a little bit about what I'm holding in front of me, because this is going to be on a podcast and people are going to be like, I don't know what she is.
I can't see it.
So, because it's going to get stripped at one point to be on the podcast and people are going to be like, what did she just hold up? So go for it.
So because I am lucky enough to be involved with a lot of amazing women entrepreneurs, we were having a conversation one time, a group of us that belong to a women's entrepreneur group, and we were saying it's really difficult right now watching these small local businesses struggle, and what can we possibly do to help? How do we reach out to them? What, where can we fit ourselves into this puzzle where we can go to these small businesses and give them a way to kind of come back from the pandemic. So we decided to start a support local movement. And basically what that entails is we created a t-shirt design and a sweatshirt design, some mugs, some other little products, and we sell them. And part of the proceeds from those sales go into scholarships so that these companies that are struggling can reach out to us and say, hey, I need to come up with, some type of social media post to tell people that I'm reopening, or we have a lot of restaurants that have reached out to us and said, we just need to let people know what's going on and that we're hiring or what's going on. So we're able to give them free marketing hours. So we're able to create campaigns for them, or just even give them consultations that they don't have to pay anything for, to help them get back on their feet. And it's been super fun and super rewarding.
Yeah.
And I met some people that I don't know that I would have met otherwise if I hadn't started this little movement. And I've been really lucky that a lot of people have jumped on board. So we have helped businesses in Montgomery County, in Bucks County, in Lehigh County. And we're just hoping to expand over the next year or so, because there's still a lot of businesses that are still looking for help.
Well, I think, and you got Poconos is up there as well, right?
Yep.
Pocono area. So you assisted me in my coffee cup, where I have one for my Lehigh Valley group, I have one for my Montgomery County group, I have one for my Bucks County group, and then you were so kind to put Shelby Showcase on the other side of it.
That's right.
So,
we have this one, which is my favorite. It says support your local girl gang.
Love it.
A little more fun, and yeah, t-shirts, sweatshirts. We're thinking about maybe tank tops for the summer. We'll see.
Very cool. Well, I think that it's awesome what you're doing to support the local businesses in the community. It really is.
What's been really great about it is so many people have jumped on board. Like Suburban Life Magazine, who jumped on board right at the beginning of this whole movement and said, we want to help. What can we do? And they've put free advertising in Suburban Life magazine, which is, huge. They're very expensive ads, and for them to be running them all over Bucks County, Montgomery County for free is a big deal.
That is absolutely awesome. So I always end with, is there something that I should have asked you that I didn't ask you that you want us to know?
Wow. Let's see. So the question I get asked the most is, because my company is called Bethman Print Group, people think I only do printing, right? So that's something that people ask me all the time. And the reason it's named that is because I started my first company back in 2000, and the world was very different. We didn't have social media. We didn't have all these ways to get digital marketing out there. So we were primarily a printing firm. We did mostly print products. But when I reopened my company 7 years ago, it was a very different world. People did do some printing. We weren't doing catalogs and, other things that we had used to print. So we kind of had to find a new way to fit into this new marketing age. And so the digital marketing portion and the marketing consulting portion of my business was born. But I was a print girl, copy girl, right? I got into this business by running a copy machine 25, 30 years ago. So
that is so awesome.
Business of my company.
So Donna, how can people get in touch with you in case they want to ask you questions, they want to support local, they want to utilize your services? And I tell you guys, she's awesome.
Well, I always say this, as somebody who does digital marketing, you can Google me or Google my business name, and I'm pretty sure you're going to find me. We're on Facebook, we're on Instagram, we're on Twitter, we have a website. Yeah, you can pretty much find me anywhere online.
That's awesome. Well, I want to thank you, honestly, for everything that you do to help me grow my business. I've watched you again. I'm part of your girl gang and our women entrepreneurs and our networking groups, and you have been vital to so many women. And you work with men as well. Let's be clear. You work with men. You have been really vital in some of the smaller businesses and helping women just get their voices out there and get out in front of everybody when they're kind of technically challenged and you take over. So I adore you. And I'm so glad that I was able to finally interview you and show you off to the rest of the world. So thank you so much for taking the time to talk to me today.
I appreciate it. Thank you for doing this and showcasing local business. It's fabulous.
Absolutely. Guys, I, again, encourage you, if you're struggling to get your brand out there, you're struggling to know what you're trying to achieve, talk to Donna, do an initial consult with her, and she will absolutely give you guidance. Until then, have a great week, guys.
Thank you.